Hi y'all, welcome to today's video. Welcome to my Chanel. Hi, I'm FashFab. You can call me Fash. Hello to all you newbies. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Girl, our channel is now over 10,000. Yeah, all 10,000 of you. I don't know, that freaks me out by saying it. Anywhoosies, y'all, I got Flora and Fauna in. And I want to do a look with at least one of these palettes today. On this channel, we create beauty one palette at a time. Grab your brushes, grab your palettes. Let's get into it. Here is Flora. So here is the cover. This is by Blend Bunny and My Pang. I think that's how you say her name. This is the color story. Very, very neutral. I believe these are neutral colors. These are neutral colors in my opinion. So, neutral colors, my opinion. But I think I have an idea of a look that I want to do with this palette. Also, here is Fauna. So here's the cover of Fauna. And here is the color story. Now, this, all mattes. All mattes. This is all mattes. I don't know how much I am going to dip into this palette, but I do know that some of these shades in this palette, although in my opinion, this is neutral. I don't know if I'm going to be dipping into this palette today, but this is what this looks like. Now, I will tell you right off the bat, the cover, wow. I mean, look at the cover. I am in love with these covers. I am so digging them. I am just madly in love with them. And they're like, you can kind of tell on camera, but these, it's not flat. Like the butterflies are beveled and, you know, like the artwork, I mean, it's just absolutely beautiful. Let me pull you into my personal space. So I'm definitely going to go into the Flora palette and I will pop up pictures next to me of the shades that I'm using. Hey y'all. So what I have done here is I wanted to show you kind of what's in my head. I am taking one of these shadow shields, and these are down in my description in the frequently used products. And what I do with these is I fold this in half, and then I cut along this edge. And I'm going to show you how I am going to use shadow shields that are cut in half, and I want to use them in this part right here. I just cut it like this, and then I try to like kind of look dead right on, but maybe down a little, like straightforward, but down a little. And I try to go like on the edge of my eye and kind of up at an angle. Now, using shadow shields, the trick for me using these is getting these even. So if they're not even, don't freak out. Don't freak out. But I'm also going to take another one that is cut in half, okay? And I'm using the top of it, and I am just going to stick this right here on my eye. I'm going to go in with Hibiscus, and I am using this to use, like the shadow shield is my guide. Like it's my guide. It's, I don't know, to me, this is a super quick, easy way to quote unquote cut a crease. Now, if I want to cut a crease with a color, say a white base or a black base or even a colored base, then I will not use a shadow shield. Now I'm using the same brush. I used my Sigma switch, and I'm going to go into Maple. And this is just a darker of the brown. And I'm taking this over the edge. Now I will clean this up over here, like all the way in. I will clean this up. I'm not worried about all that. Let me pull this off and I will show you. See how easy and sharp that is? And I'm living for it. Like I love, love, love. Now it's not super even. I do have fallout over here, but I'm not worried about that because I'm going to take an empty brush, and this is where I'm going to kind of like blend and buff and just, you know, kind of fade this out, but it still keeps that sharp line. I'm going to go into this black down here. I'm pretty sure it's a black, and I'm taking this right over the top of this shadow shield. This basically is my wing. So I'm just buffing and blending, and I don't mind that this part up here, like up here on this top, is different. You know, it's not as harsh as it is down here. That's not going to bother me because I've got to fade this out. I mean, I've got to blend and I've got to fade this out. And I am just going to blend around this edge. And I'm not worried about how this looks in here because we're going to go in with something completely different. Now, I call this my bingo dauber. If you know, you know. If you play bingo, you know, you know. So one end is a fat end, and then the other end is like a skinny end. So I'm going to go in with the skinny end, and I am going to go in with anthurium, maybe. I don't know if that's how you pronounce this. Y'all, I can barely speak English, let alone pronounce words that are way out of my league. This is the shadow that I am taking all over this lid in this open center spot. And I'm just dabbing this on. So when I peel this off, there's my line. So with that empty brush, I need to blend out here. I just want to blend and soften this so it's not so harsh. So I'm just going to kind of buff and blend until that kind of softens. I'm going to go down here in the lower lashes. I want to go in with this super duper dark brown. And I'm just going on this outer corner. So like I said, I'm just meeting up out here and going halfway in. I'm staying as close as I possibly can to the lashes. I'm going to go into Calisea. Is that how you pronounce that? Girl. And this is a pink. And I'm taking this just right here in this inner corner. It just brightens the corner. Okay, y'all. Let me finish the eyes. Hold on to your butts. Okay, y'all. Here's the finished look. So what's on my face? Well, my blush is Timid Tomato by FashFabBeauty. So this is my blush. I went over it with Ofra's Rodeo Drive highlighter. You know, just a tad bit. You can never have too much blush or highlighter. I mean, I'm just saying. Okay, so my lip combo is MAC Stone. And then I went over the top of it with Kiko 130, where this part is a stain and then this part is a gloss. And does it work? Yes. Yes, it does. It does work. In my waterline, I went in with Melt Cosmetics in Spliff. So that is like a super dark brown in my waterline. And then over the top of this, I went in with the KVD Inked Liner in black or Trooper Black. Thank you for taking time out of your day to watch my video. I hope this was helpful. I hope you got some sort of idea on, you know, maybe rearrange on how you put your makeup on, the way you put your makeup on, color stories, all the things. Hype a girl out, which means down in the comments section, swipe left, press hype, follow the prompts, and I hype your girl out. Like, subscribe, share, click that notification bell down there. It should let you know next time I upload. I hope you guys are having an awesome, amazing day. Go out and do something kind for somebody, and y'all, see you in my next video. Toodles!